Cheesy Pretzel here. And before I go into my little Impact review, my condolences to the Macho Man Randy Savage who passed away today. I heard he passed away in a car accident. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that's what I heard. Well, that's what I heard. I just wasn't sure if that's, the truth about how he passed away today. And, it just kind of sucks. The guy was a legend, great in the ring and whatnot. Real tragedy, he passed away. So, but, let's moving on with the show. I don't want to have the Macho Man's death, reflect this whole video or anything. But TNA Impact from last night. I'm not gonna do like a huge hardcore detailed review. I'm just gonna do like things I liked, things I didn't like. So we'll go into the things I disliked about the show. The show overall itself was actually like really good. I mean, like this, they started the whole Impact Wrestling versus TNA Impact or whatever. I don't think they called themselves TNA during the show. I think they were still going by the Impact Wrestling thing. So I don't know if the company itself is still confused about what they're going to do or not. Because I was hearing Hogan and Bischoff want to drop the TNA name. Which, to be honest with you, I think that's actually a good move. I mean, I don't know. Because they call it Total Nonstop Action. But it's really like the whole show doesn't really have like total nonstop action. It's a wrestling show. Now, if it was like, if they maybe at least called it Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, but I'm pointing out that's a wrestling show, that'd be fine. But just TNA itself doesn't even have wrestling in the company name. So if they want to call it, this company call it Impact Wrestling, that'd be cool with me. But anyway, whatever they want to do, going on to Impact Wrestling. Let's go into what I disliked about the show. I didn't like the opening promo to start the show. Basically, Bischoff was saying Hogan and Foley were in New York or something, debating with the network, so that Immortal's in charge tonight. And then the X Division comes out and he books all these matches or something. Generation Me against him and Matt Hardy in a tag match. What else? Samoa Joe against Amazing Red. And I don't think Brian Kendrick wrestled a match either, though, I don't think. But he, like, booked these matches for these guys, and then there was, like, this big brawl that went on. But nobody really got the upper hand until, like, after, like, probably about a good 5-6 minutes of brawling. Eventually, like, Fortune and a couple of the X Division guys got the upper hand. But it just, like, they kind of, like, overdid this, this brawl or whatever with the opening promo. I think they should have just had a simple, Fortune comes out, and then Mortal gets beaten up, and then there you go. So, I didn't like that. The next thing I didn't like, this was just during the commercial. They had a commercial, advertising TNAWrestling.com. And then after that, they have advertising ImpactWrestling.com. So, I didn't really understand that. I mean, I know they're advertising their company's website, but they had TNA Wrestling and then Impact Wrestling. So, it's just more of the confusion of it. What else didn't I get? I didn't like, they're going to have Kurt Angle against Jeff Jarrett again at Slammiversary. Pretty much it's going to be like, it's a number one contendership matchup, so whoever, after, whoever wins between Sting and Anderson at the pay-per-view is going to be, like, they're going to get a shot at the world champion, which is fine and all, but also, Jeff Jarrett wants Kurt Angle's gold medal on the line, so I understand that they want to go the whole, like, this is your personal property, this means more to you than anything kind of deal. Because it would suck to lose something that you absolutely love, to somebody else. But, like, take me, for example. I've got a couple CDs that are just so rare, impossible if I ever find again. And if I were to lose those, that would suck, because I would never have access to the songs again. Granted, I put them on my iPod, but you know what I mean. If I, like, didn't have them on my iPod and didn't have the CDs, I could never listen to it again. So I understand where they're going with that concept, but it just sucks that we have to do Angle versus Jarrett yet again, So that kind of sucked. What else didn't I like? I didn't like they had a Ric Flair Robert Roode promo like toward the end of the show, which was I guess kind of the main event. I'm fine with Robert Roode getting it pushed, but like pretty much like Ric Flair is like Ric Flair's kind of putting him over, but like Flair was acting like all weird or something. He was like, "Break my shoulder, be a man, break my shoulder, be a man." It was kind of crazy, And Immortal beat up Bobby Roode, and they like smashed his shoulder with a chair. And instead of just taking, figuring take the chair and just wham, wham at the guy's shoulder, one of them held the chair on it, and then the other guy just kind of smashed it in. It's really not going to do much damage. It would leave like a bruise, but it's not going to separate your shoulder or anything, even though they'll play it off like that. So, didn't really like that. I think that was about it. The rest of the show was pretty good, though. I have some mixed, ideas, but we'll go into it. Abyss versus Kazarian for the X Division Championship, which Abyss won. Good matchup. I gave it 3 out of 5. Went good 5 minutes. Abyss had like some offense in it toward the end of the matchup, but Kazarian actually had offense for most of the matchup. Nice springboard drop kick from the ropes. A nice hurricanrana. There was a cool spot where like Abyss was going for a move, and then Kazarian like reversed it into a victory roll for a 2 count. And then the finish of the matchup was like Abyss faked like a knee injury, and then he had the black hole slam and won the matchup. Oh, he also hit a shock treatment earlier too in the match. I forgot that move. That's one of my favorite moves, that shock treatment. He's like, bam. I'm surprised he doesn't use that for a finisher. But anyway, Abyss won the X Division title. Now, I know he's not an X Division wrestler with the high flying and stuff, but I think it's fine. I mean, really, like, they're trying to. I think this could make the X Division belt maybe a little bit more interesting, because it's supposed to be like, no weight limits and that kind of thing. So it'd be kind of cool if Abyss brought like a hardcore aspect to it. So, granted, Samoa Joe can wrestle an X Division match and Abyss can't, even though Joe's bigger, but as far as I'm concerned, it's fine. It's better than when they had Scott Steiner trying to take over the division or whatever back in the day. But I'm fine with this. Let's see where they go with it. Gunner was looking for Eric Young, and then he found him later at the end of the show and attacked him. It was kind of funny, I guess. I don't mind seeing this feud, but we'll see where it goes. Joe versus... Oh, this was another thing I disliked, going back in time. Joe versus Amazing Red. This match was a piece of shit. Went about 30 seconds. Basically, Joe just shoved Red in the corner, hit a jumping kick, and then a muscle buster and pinned him. After it, Crimson came out and, attacked Joe and then suplexed him, and then Joe got out of the ring. So, yeah, it made Crimson look strong, but I don't know. I didn't like that Amazing Red got, no offense in this matchup at all. So, didn't like it. AJ Styles, Tommy Dreamer promo. Let's see. Now, they're making more sense with the storyline. Last week I bitched about it. They made some sense for the storyline. Basically what happens in this storyline, this week, or this promo or whatever, is AJ, has a neck injury, or he, torn ligaments in his neck for the pay-per-view, because Dreamer pile drove him through a table. And then AJ's basically saying that, Dreamer, you gotta do what you gotta do. I would do the same thing, because, he's working for Immortal. He's gotta do what they have to tell him to do, otherwise he's gone. Which I know doesn't make any sense, but you're gonna find out in the spoilers. Spoiler for next week, it's gonna make sense. I'll just say that. So, I don't want to spoil it, but it's gonna make sense. But anyway, besides that, we find out that Dreamer did this because he sold out. He admitted selling out, and he said he's, fuck the fans. I'm tired of the fans. Tired of, busting my ass for him, and I'm going to start doing what I want. Pretty much what he said in this promo, and so now, him being a heel, it makes sense. Dreamer attacked AJ. Daniels came out to save him. He saved him for a bit until Bully Ray came out and beat him up. And then Dreamer gave AJ another pile driver. So, it was a pretty good promo, actually. I'm just happy that, Dreamer being a heel just because he wants to be a heel, fuck the fans. It's fine with me. It works, It's what heels do. Let's see. The Generation Me versus Hardy Bischoff match. The match itself wasn't bad. I didn't really get into it that much, but it wasn't a bad match. It was just kind of, I give it 3 out of 5 still, but it was kind of weird though. Matt Hardy pretty much did the whole matchup for, him and Bischoff, and then Generation Me beat him up for most of the matchup, double team moves and whatnot. And then Hardy eventually fought both of them off, and then he pretty much he did his what do they call it? The ice pick, where he does some kind of Undertaker type chokehold or something. And he tagged Bischoff, and then the Bischoff hit this awful kick and then pinned one of them. So I didn't like that. I like the Winter Angelina promo. Like, Winter was saying, like, basically, like, showing her affection for Angelina and gave her a kiss. You should check it out. And then afterwards, we had a handicap match of Winter and Angelina Love against Velvet Sky. And I gave it 3 out of 5, went about 5 minutes. It was pretty good. Pretty much it was just kind of a squash match until Velvet won at the end. Like, pretty much it was just them double teaming and beating up Velvet. Winter hit this awesome, like, tilt-a-whirl backbreaker on Velvet. Really awesome move. Pretty much, like, the finish of it was, like, Winter was, like, looking at the crowd, kind of, like, saying, you know, like, yeah, we got this bitch, you know. And then Angelina was going to pick her up, and then Velvet reversed it into a cradle and pinned her. So she got the surprise victory. And then after the match, ODB comes out and jumps Velvet Sky. Like, beats the shit out of her, calls her a hoe, and all that stuff. So it looks like we got a feud between them. So, I don't know if they're going to pause the Velvet Winter feud, but if they need to take a break from it, that's fine with me. But whatever they want to do. That's pretty much TNA Impact by the looks of it. Sorry if this wasn't my most exciting review ever, but I think I pretty much covered everything. Like I said, it was kind of, like, wrestling-wise, this show was really good this week, but it was kind of 50-50 storyline-wise, stuff I like, stuff I didn't like. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. And, phonies, I know it's kind of a bad day with the Macho Man, but this is actually a historic day for what I did to the Wrestling Revolution today. Actually, I did this earlier in the week, but I think the beating was good enough to leave these phonies in a hospital for a little while. Alright, I'm going to show you the footage. Go ahead and roll it.
I can't believe that you like Jericho Hollick's mom.
Whatever, man. That's so believable. Oh, what the? Oh my.
Told you guys, things were going to start changing around here. You didn't believe that I was gonna come out here? Well, guess what, phonies? I have a keen sense of direction. Just because I wear sunglasses doesn't mean I'm blind, phonies. And I got something for you. This is 32 cents. This is all your Wrestling Revolution merchandise is worth. If you guys want a good shirt, a shirt that'll say Crazy Pretzel on it, and on the back of it, it'll say things are gonna start changing around here. And to show all you phonies that I'm serious. That's it, phonies. This is all these guys are taking. This is all I'm giving them for now. Peace out. You see, that's what happens when you mess with Crazy Pretzel. These guys are in the Wrestling Revolution. All they had to do was just make a simple t-shirt for me. I mean, I worked for them. Is that so much to ask for? Grumpy Cheeto, you're gonna be next, phony. Make my shirt, or else. Peace out.